Legal analyst Ari Goldkind is back with us. He's been helping us quarterback our coverage here. As you expected, Ari, this is what's happened now. The jury, right across the board, really, certainly in that first case, saying that Johnny Depp was defamed.
It's fascinating, Todd, because I made a number of movie references to you just a few minutes ago. And, the headlines are all going to be Johnny Depp won and he was defamed. But there's an Easter egg. There's a denouement. There's an ending to this that I don't think people are picking up on, which is the jury awarded compensatory damages from Johnny Depp to Amber Heard, unless my ears deceived me, of $2 million. Nothing punitive, of course. This is sort of the jury having it both ways. There's something about this that to me is quite interesting. Now, again, the defamation that is spoken of for Ms. Heard's countersuit was a man named Mr. Waldman, a lawyer for Johnny Depp, calling her allegations a hoax and using words to that effect. Now, the jury didn't find all the elements of defamation made out, but they said there's actual malice there. And again, unless my ears deceive me, the jury said Mr. Depp owes her $2 million. Now, back to the main headline. You had talked about the Me Too movement as a criminal defense lawyer who defends all these kinds of claims. I think that bears a little discussion in a moment, but this is a really interesting and important decision in U.S. defamation law. Why? Because in the U.S., it's very hard, and I emphasize this, Todd, very hard for a public figure to bring this kind of lawsuit, because actual malice, these are the terms that are important in this case, is a very, very high standard. It's a reckless disregard for the truth. It's intentionally lying. The jury, by every measure and every count, found that Amber Heard, and I think it ties back to her terrible testimony and a couple of the rebuttal witnesses that were called towards the end of the trial that showed that her evidence could not be corroborated. That was key to the result. And a question that I've said from the beginning is, when you listen to all the things Ms. Heard is bragging about on the videotapes, bragging about on the audio tapes, if you switch those two people over and Mr. Heard was bragging about beating Amber Heard, Mr. Depp was bragging about beating Amber Heard, Mr. Depp was bragging about assaulting her, punching her, we wouldn't be having this decision. So going back to the Me Too movement, I don't think this weakens it at all. I think it shows to the public things that we all know, which is allegations aren't enough. Two people can lie. One person can lie. It doesn't matter your gender, but if somebody says they're being defamed or lied about, this is why we test matters with judges or juries, although the legal expenses here, Todd, I think is the last part of my answer here. The money spent on this, the saga of this, the legal fees, the witness fees, while I think this is important in defamation law, nobody but a Johnny Depp or an Amber Heard, particularly with her $7 million donation, which she never donated, if you remember the viral clip of her saying, well, I only meant a pledge. This is not something available to the ordinary average American. A successful day for Johnny Depp, but not fully successful to the point where Amber Heard has to bury her head.
Ari Goldkind, our legal analyst, with this verdict coming out, breaking news, the jury has sided with Johnny Depp, awarding $15 million to him in this defamation trial against his ex-wife, Amber Heard. Thank you for all of your coverage and your analysis. As always, Ari, we appreciate it.
Thank you, Todd.